Elizabeth Judith, your courage coach, with your cup of courage for the day and another segment in my series on dealing with negative people. Once we find ourselves in these situations where we are face to face with these people who are exuding this negative talk and negative behavior, the name of the game at that point becomes, how can we hold on to our positive energy, to our positive thoughts? Because the past history with us, we have a habit of letting our thoughts and our energy get sucked into theirs. We bring our energy down from our own negative thinking around what it is that's going on with this other person. We start thinking thoughts like, oh my gosh, they are bringing me down. This is bad. It's not right for them to be talking that way. We start to judge them. We start to feel like something is wrong that we have to fix. And, in all the previous videos so far, we've already talked about this. But one of the reasons why we tend to go there so easily is it's a practice behavior. That's very easy for us to do. And we haven't practiced holding on to that strong vibration enough. In essence, that muscle in us, that positivity muscle, is a little weak. And that's why we're so susceptible to these situations. So one of the most effective things that we can do is do our homework in advance to actually strengthen that muscle, to do like a positivity workout in advance, so that we will be stronger once we find ourselves in these challenging situations. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. One of the things I do to prepare for these situations, especially if we know in advance that we are going to be encountering someone who we have a long history with, exuding negative behavior. They have a chronic habit of going there. If we know in advance, maybe this is a coworker, or we're going to be engaging with a family member or a really good friend that they habitually go there, we can prepare ourselves in advance and ramp up our positive energy so that we will be more able to hold on to that energy once we are in the situation. So one of the things that I do is create powerful intentions for that interaction. Maybe some of you who have listened to my previous videos have heard me talk about the 4 questions that I ask myself to set a powerful intention. Well, even if you've heard it before, I want you to listen to this again, because we can use those for a multitude of different situations, important situations, in order to really ground ourselves in what we want for that particular interaction. But it's incredibly effective when dealing with negative people. So I ask myself 4 questions in advance. How do I want to feel during this interaction? Who do I want to be during this situation? How do I want to feel when I'm walking away? And what is the best case scenario, the best case outcome for this situation? And when you're asking these questions, it's really important that you don't just answer them intellectually in your head. You want to fully visualize and feel and experience how you want to feel in this situation. Grounded, strong, positive, focused, who do you want to be in this situation? Again, you want to be feeling that and experiencing it. How do you want to feel walking away? And I want you to fully visualize and experience that best case scenario. What could be the outcome of that interaction with that person today? And the reason why we do that is when we are really feeling it, when we are really experiencing that, we are engaging and igniting that energy, that vibration. It's very, very powerful. And when we milk that And as long as we can hold on to that as long as you possibly can, you are strengthening that muscle. And it's also making it really, really powerful. You're creating new neural pathways for your brain that you can latch on to. And it can be this touchstone. When you find yourself in that situation, you have powerfully created that intention for what you want in that situation. And you'll be more aware when you start to veer off of it. And it'll be easier for you to not only just remind yourself where you want to go, but to touch back into those feelings again, because those feelings are the energy, right? This is a really powerful tool for yourself. Do not underestimate it. And the other thing I want to let you know is you don't just have to use this when you know you're going to be encountering these people in advance. Really powerful to do that as well. But if you want to be able to stay positive even when you're blindsided by people that come into your space when you least expected it, you can be practicing this vibration and working out this muscle on a daily basis. Have that be part of your morning routine, that you visualize and set these powerful intentions for how you want to be in any situation when you meet these negative people. Visualize how you want to feel, who you want to be, how you want to feel when you're walking away from the situation, and what are the best case scenarios that can come from these interactions. And spend just a couple of minutes, every day working that muscle, strengthening that vibration, and you will find that you will be far more capable to hold on to that when you're in the situation. But you'll also find that you will be less afraid of that happening. You won't be resisting that situation coming into your life. A lot of times I think just because we so don't want that to happen, we actually create that showing up in our life more often. And you'll find that the more prepared you are, the more powerful you are, the more you won't even have these kind of interactions, at least not as often. So practice this today. Work that muscle. Start having that be part of your daily workout routine. And just see how much that affects how these situations go for you. And in the meantime, go out there and live from your courageous heart.